Hey, good morning, Ringhead fans. Welcome to the 2026 Regina Challenge Cup. My name is Bill, and I've got Becky standing beside me here.
Good morning.
We've got Todd running the camera on my left. We're about to bring you the action here. It's a game between Team Alberta and Team New Brunswick. Real quick, how did we get here? Yesterday, Team Alberta had two games. Team Alberta beat Team Quebec 6-3 in the morning game. Then we beat Team Nova Scotia 10-2 in the afternoon game. Team New Brunswick had one game yesterday. Team New Brunswick lost to Team Manitoba 7-6 in overtime. Looking forward to a spirited, exciting matchup today. And if you're watching along at home, we appreciate you watching, giving up your morning, watching some Ringette. Jump in the chat. Becky's watching the chat. Love to say hello. All right, we're going to get this game underway here. Team New Brunswick, the visiting team, will start with the ring. Center ice free pass. Starting in goal for Team Alberta, number 31, Sadie Blankhorn. Starting in goal for Team New Brunswick, number 30, Nomi Morin. Plays underway, rings down deep behind the Alberta net. You got 22, Kelly Morissette battling hard down there. Good battle in the corner to start the game here. Number 25 with the ring there, that's Abigail Brine. Quick shot on net by Brine. Good save by Blankhorn to start the game. Alberta with a support pass. Here comes Rushfeld with the ring. Rushfeld headmans it out to Morissette. Morissette feeds it down the middle to Maddie Rice. Here comes Rice, number 2. Going to take a quick shot. Nice save by Morin, the goalie. Rushfeld with the rebound. Puts her down low. There's Patel across to Rice. Rice, spin move, backhand, goes in behind the net. Rushfeld comes up with the ring. Rushfeld setting up the attack here. Here's Patel. Patel slides her down low to 10. Adams. Here's Jenna Adams with the ring. 10 on the shot clock. Drops it off to Kyla Kester. Kester with the backhand shot. Ends up in the feet. They're going to call a goalie ring here. Morin with the goalie ring. She's going to flare that up high to number 48. That was Audrey Richard. Richard puts it all the way down the ice. Picked up by number 4. Jordan Nero for Team Alberta. Nero headmans that. Jocelyn Galbraith in the neutral zone. Galbraith cycles around, drops it off. Not handled cleanly by 11, Brooke Munro. The ring gets kicked over the blue line. And Team New Brunswick has the ring. Good battle on the boards there. 4 Alberta players on the boards against 1 New Brunswick.
4 on, Bill.
Here's a ring across number 5 there. Emily Dagg's got the ring. Dagg's going to cycle around, looking to set up the attack for Team New Brunswick. Dagg in behind the net. New Brunswick going for a change. Dagg will drop it off to number 20, Ashley Bourgeois. Here's Bourgeois with the ring. Cuts across the top, gets tied up by Galbraith. The ring squirts across. Number 42, Bork, Mayo Bork. And they're going to say New Brunswick was in the crease. That's crease violation. It's a goalie ring for Sadie Blankhorn. Blankhorn's got the ring. She drops it into Asia Mitchell. Number 3 for Team Alberta, Mitchell with the ring. Headmans that right up to center ice. Intercepted there by number 11, Josie Richard for New Brunswick. And that's Marielle Bork with the ring. Bork with the ring. Cycling around, looking to set up the attack. Goes to the other side of the ice, comes out weak side, tries to slide it across, goes outside the ringette line. Number 20 comes up with the ring. That's Ashley Bourgeois. Bourgeois takes a shot. Rebound picked up by Bork. Bork's got the ring. Well, back over to Bourgeois. Bourgeois with a quick shot. Good pad save by Blankhorn. Ring recovered by New Brunswick. Ring's in the corner. I can't really see the numbers. All right, number 20's got it. That's Bourgeois. Bourgeois goes down into the corner. 39's got the ring. That's Peyton McDonald. McDonald kicks it back to 37, St-Cyr. That's going to be a shot for a reset, so New Brunswick gets a fresh 30 on the shot clock. New Brunswick cycling the ring well in the offensive zone. Low post pass down to 25, Brine. Brine's got the ring now. Brine flips her hips. Good stick check, looking to find a lane. Good block there by Maria Moman, number 15 for Alberta. Behind the back pass, picked off immediately by number 2, Maddie Rice. Maddie Rice is going to bounce it out to the neutral zone to Patel. Here's Patel with the ring. She's got Danny Falconer with the ring, number 5 for Alberta. Battling hard against the defender for Nova Scotia. Fights her way through, tries to get to her forehand. She's going to shoot it just up over the net. And Rice is going to go get that rebound. Calling for a reset. There's going to be a penalty on the play to New Brunswick here. So Blankhorn skates hard to the net. They're going to put a fourth player in the zone. So now we got a 4-on-3 for Alberta. They got the box set up. High pass across the top to Falconer. Falconer backhand. Goes in behind the net. Here's number 9, Patel. JD goes up high to number 2, Rice. Rice looking to shoot. There's a shot. Good save by Morin. And there'll be the whistle. There'll be a hooking call on the play.
Couple of chats coming in on the line here. People cheering us on so far. Let's see your comments, and we'll try to give you some shout-outs.
Now I'm doing my best. I'm standing beside Todd here, but it's tough to see in the corners sometimes. So, New Brunswick fans, I'm doing my best to try to let you know who's on the ice, who's got the ring. There's like 6 Richards and like 6 LeBlancs and like 5 Richards. It's awesome. Maybe I'll just say LeBlanc to Richard, Richard to LeBlanc.
When in doubt.
All right. Team Alberta with the offense's own free pass. Skylar Kester with the ring. Number 6, Kester circles around. Goes in behind the net, coming out on her backhand here. Oh, we got an announcer today, too. Sophie LeBlanc took 2 minutes for her hooking. And New Brunswick's out to the neutral zone there. Kelly Morissette, best in the business, is going to pinch that off, but that's a move it or lose it violation on Alberta. That'll be a New Brunswick ring at center ice. So 13, Sophie LeBlanc takes the first penalty of the game. We're playing 4 quarters of 13 minutes. We are at the 8:23 mark of quarter 1, score 0-0. Pretty even affair so far, I'd say. Here's the center ice free pass, number 36, that's Mylene LeBlanc. Puts it over to number 48, right below us here, that's Audrey Richard. Richard with the ring. Audrey's going to rip it down into the corner, trying to find teammate down there, number 10, Miriam Robichaud. Ring comes out front, all by herself. Number 9, Audrey LeBlanc has a beautiful scoring chance, best scoring chance of the game so far. Referee's going to say New Brunswick was in the crease, that'll be a goalie ring. Audrey LeBlanc all by herself on a broken play, has a beautiful scoring chance. That's going to be a 2-line pass. Can't touch that ring, that's over 2 blue lines. So New Brunswick cleans it up, and here they come. That's number 10, Miriam Robichaud. Robichaud with the ring. Cycles back, supports it over to her D partner. And that was out to the center ice area. Scooped up by number 3 for Alberta, Mitchell. Asia Mitchell is going to swoop around. She's going to slide it out to number 21. That's Cameron Waples for Alberta. Waples goes across the ice to 11, Brooklyn Munro. Munro goes down into Jocelyn Galbraith. Here's Galbraith with the ring. It's only 20 seconds left in the penalty. Galbraith slides it over to Falconer. Falconer then goes backhand off the post. Good scoring chance for Falconer, goes off the post, and here's number 2, Maddie Rice with speed. Tries to cut through the triangle. Defended nicely. Rice will pick up that rebound. Goes across the top to Galbraith. Galbraith will rip it. Good shot block by number 48, Audrey Richard.
That's a penalty cleared for New Brunswick.
Okay, back to 5-on-5. And New Brunswick comes up with the ring. That's number 5, Emily Daigle. Got stick check. That's going to be a turnover to Falconer. Falconer rips it right off the crossbar. Rebound. Good save. That's Falconer with 2 posts and crossbars already on the same shift. Morin's going to hang on to the ring. That's going to be a 5-second goalie violation. That's going to be a turnover to Team Alberta.
Lots of big saves there for Noemi, also known as No-No.
No, all right.
No, shutting it down.
No, shutting her down. Here's Patel. She's going to feed it over to number 19, Rushfeld. Rushfeld goes in behind the net. Coming out on her forehand. Fakes the drop, cuts across the top, looking for a lane. Puts it back to Patel. Patel's on her backhand. Switches to her forehand. Back to Rushfeld. Rushfeld down low. Good stick there by number 11, Josie Richard. Patel goes down low. Just goes past Rushfeld. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Alberta's going to look for a shot reset here. Down to 3 on the shot clock. And they're not going to get it. That's going to be a 30-second shot clock burn for Team Alberta. That is going to be goalie ring for Morin. Morin puts it in behind the net. Here's number 52, Olivia Dorion. Puts it back to her D partner here. That's number 11, Josie Richard. Number 42 gets blocked off there, Maëlle Bourque. Bourque's got the ring. Being checked hard here at the blue line. She'll get checked to the ice. And they're going to give a penalty to Team Alberta.
It's a hooking call.
So it's going to be number 10. Jenna Adams is going to be a little exuberant on the check to knock her player down. That's going to be 2 for hooking. The ring will go all the way down to the Alberta end.
At 5:40 in the first.
Penalties don't mean that much in ringette. You're only allowed to have 3 players in the zone, so it's a 3-on-3. Where it matters is on the breakout when you've got 1 less player in the neutral zone. All right, here's Nova Scotia with the ring. That's number 20, Ashley Bourgeois. Feeds it over to her teammate, Mael Bork. Here's Bork with the ring. Bork drops it off to Bourgeois. Bourgeois trying to cut through the defense. The ring squirts out to the other side to number 39, Peyton McDonald. Ring ends up with a goaltender. And here comes Blackwell with the ring. Blackwell's going to feed that out to Bigoraj. Bigoraj feeds her down deep to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to battle hard against Josie Richard, number 11. Richard wins the battle, but there's a quick turnover. It's Mitchell, mano a mano, good shot, and they're going to say no goal. Mitchell went to the backhand, but the referee is going to say she's in the crease. That's a no goal. All right, goalie ring. Here's 11, Richard with the ring. She's being watched by Bigoraj. Feeds it to the blue line. Going to be a breakaway pass here. Number 37 with a good chance. That's St-Cyr. Cassie St-Cyr with a good chance. New Brunswick's got the ring in the corner. Here's St-Cyr controlling the ring. Goes down low to number 26, Leblanc. Leblanc's got the ring here. Leblanc cuts across, drops it off to number 25. 25 with a good shot, Brine. That ring went up over the net, into the netting. It's going to be a defensive ring. That ring is out of the play.
Out of the play. Getting a fresh ring.
They're actually going to run the ring back.
52 seconds left on Alberta penalty.
4:32 left in the first quarter. Still 0-0 here. There's the whistle. That's going to be Munro dropping it off to Nero. Nero goes back to Munro. Munro dangles through the 2-4 checker. Going to cycle around. This is where the penalties hurt. We're down 1 player in the neutral zone. There's a pass out to the neutral zone, picked off smartly by Lexi Richard. Ring's going to end up into the crease, in behind the net here. Swooped up by number 20, Jocelyn Galbraith. Galbraith with the ring. Headman's out to 21, Cameron Waples. Waples drops it off to Nero. Nero feeds it into Jocelyn. Galbraith driving one-on-one, drops it off to Waples. Cameron Waples is going to feed it across to Maddie Rice, fresh off the bench. Here comes Rice. 10 on the shot clock. Maddie with the quick shot. That'll be cleaned up by number 13, Sophie Leblanc. Leblanc is going to feed it across to her defensive partner, number 40, Lexi Richard. Richard puts it all the way out to number 5, Emily Daigle. Emily Daigle battling hard, comes up with the ring.
We're back to 5-on-5.
Daigle with the ring here. She's going to feed it all the way across to her partner, number 13, Sophie Leblanc. Here comes Leblanc. She's going to go down deep. New Brunswick has the ring up on the sideboards here. Number 9, Audrey LeBlanc's got the ring, drops it off to number 10, Miriam Robichaud. Robichaud tries to slide it through, deflected, picked up by Megan Sterchi. Sterchi puts it out to the neutral zone, picked up neatly by JD Patel. JD feeds it back to number 2, Rice. Rice goes down deep to Falconer. Falconer one-on-one, goes top corner, misses the net. 23, Zoe LeBlanc is going to pick it up. Here comes Zoe with the ring. Zoe from her knees puts it out to the blue line, and that's stolen away by Patel. Here comes Patel for Alberta, goes down low. Stanley Falconer's got it. Falconer looping around in the quiet ice. She's got that big shot, looking to find it. There's Elaine, shoots and scores. Number 5, Danny Falconer, cutting across the top. She's got that big shot, found the lane, put it right upstairs. So Team Alberta draws first blood. You see on the replay here that Falconer is going to loop around. She's got lots of time here. Slow rolls a little bit. Dangles through the center in the D. That's where her lane opens up, and then boom, puts it upstairs right over the shoulder. 1-0 Team Alberta. 2:39 left in the first quarter. Here's centerized free pass. Here's 52 for New Brunswick. Olivia Dorion puts it over to 11, Josie Richard. Richard walks the blue line, feeds it into a teammate. New Brunswick's got control in the Alberta end. Number 42 drops it off. That's Mael Bork. Stolen away by 52, Olivia Dorion. Pass, hot pass across there. Number 42 takes a shot. That's Bork. And that's blocked by Nero. Nero's got the ring. Nero puts it out to the neutral zone. Picked up neatly by Kester, number 6. Kester feeds her down deep to 10, Jenna Adams. Here's Jenna Adams from Spruce Grove looping around in the corner. She'll drop it off to 19, Rushfeld. Rushfeld drives the net. The lane closed up on her. We got a line change happening, so Rushfeld's going to loop around. She goes to Ella Bigoraj. Here's Bigoraj. She dangles. Backhand shot. Got the reset and the rebound. Quick shot. Good save by Morin. And there's the goalie ring out to Richard. Josie Richard's got the ring. Richard's going to feed it all the way out to the far blue line. St-Cyr's got the ring. She's going to feed that in. Bounces off the skate. Number 25. Abigail Brine's going to get the ring. There's Brine in behind the net to 26. Marie-Ève Leblanc. Marie-Ève has the ring. She's going to drop it off to Brine. Brine takes a shot. Good save by Blankhorn. The ring gets pushed back into the crease, and that will be cleaned up by Maria Moman. Moman puts it all the way out. Picked up there by Waples. Waples puts it into Bigoraj. Bigoraj's skating hard here. Feeds it out front. Backhand shot off the crossbar by Waples. Another crossbar, Becky. Here comes Mitchell with the ring. Mitchell looking to drive in. Takes a shot. Good save by Morin. Rebound picked up by number 40. That's Lexi Richard. Richard ends up knocked down to the seat of her pants. Ring comes out front. Backhand shot. Good blocker save there. That shot by Falconer. Good blocker save by Morin.
We're in the last minute of the first, Bill.
Danny Falconer looking to drive in. Shot lane close up on a good defense there by 40. Lexi Richard. Oh, and it's a steal by Falconer, and Richard's going to trip her up or knock her down. It's a good steal by Falconer, and then Richard turned around and said, "Oh, no, you don't." Took her feet out, and that's going to be a tripping call. And Lexi Richard. 32.3 seconds left in the first quarter. 1-0 for Team Alberta. How's the chat looking, Baxter?
Yeah, we got a couple comments. Some cheering on for AB. Looks like Sadie Blankhorn's grandparents, perhaps. D. Blankhorn saying go AB.
I recognize that name. Hello, Sadie's grandparents. All right, here's the ring across to Maddie Rice. Number 2, Rice looking to find a shot. Takes a shot, deflected. Morin picks up the rebound. Morin's going to drop it in behind the net there. That's number 48, Audrey Richard. She's under heavy pressure here. Good forecheck by Alberta. That'll be turned over. It's only 15 seconds left in the quarter. The ring comes all the way out to the blue line. Galbraith is going to take it back in. She's looking to drive. Feeds it across to Rice. Just outside her reach here. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Rice looking to drive. Feeds it across. One more shot. Good save, Morin. And there's the buzzer. Exciting end of the first quarter. Got a good shot away there. But Morin equal to the task. Good save by the goaltender, Morin. And her teammates tap her on the shoulder and say, good stop at the buzzer there. Becky, what'd you think?
That is some fast play. Man, is it nice to watch, hey? Wow. Goalies have been tested for sure. Shout out to both goaltenders. It's looking like an offensive showcase out there.
Well, there's some breakdowns, too, that ended up with plays right in front of the net, and both goalies are like, whoa, where'd that ring come from?
Well, it's just so fast that, we're going to see some breaks up the ice, and goalies are going to be able to show their thing. There's a comment from Paul Brennan. It says we have a little reverb on our mic, but good job commentating.
Maybe I'm holding the microphone too close.
No.
Maybe I'll back that off a little bit. Sometimes, Paul, I get a little wound up, get a little excited, hold the microphone a little too close, and I get a little wound up. What do you do? It's an exciting sport, Becky.
It sure is. Pickles Lover 1, that's what this is. Says, AB has amazing offensive plays. It's so beautiful. I agree. It's a beautiful sport.
I think I recognize that Pickles, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm right, Pickles is a roomie of mine. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, we'll see. All right, break time's over. We got a fresh 13 on the shot clock on the scoreboard here. We will let you know that there's a flood after the second quarter, and the amazing crew here in Saskatchewan set up a really good video that they're going to run during the break. So stay tuned during the break. You're going to see a bunch of replays from yesterday, a lot of goals that were scored and so on. So don't leave your seat during halftime. There'll be lots of videos to watch. Here's a centerized free pass for Team Alberta. Munro's got the ring. Munro feeds it softly over to Kester. Kester slides it over far side to Jenna Adams. Drops it off to Rushfeld. Rushfeld behind the back pass. Kester slides it across over back to Rushfeld. Alberta looking to penetrate that tight defense. New Brunswick's got a really good triangle set up here. Kester slides it over to Rushfeld. Rushfeld down to 3 on the shot clock. Oh, we're going to get the shot. Oh, and the referee is going to say nope. The referee is going to say no. You burn the 30 seconds. That's a goalie ring for goalie Morin. Morin drops in behind the net there. Jenna Adams battling hard against the New Brunswick player. And that's cleaned up by Hallie Rushfeld. Rushfeld got smartly stick checked by number 20. That's Ashley Bourgeois. Here's Bourgeois with the ring. Good steal on Bourgeois' part. Feeds it up to number 39. Stolen away neatly by Brooklyn Munro. Munro, number 11, feeds it over to Adams. Here's Adams behind the back pass. I believe that's Kester in the corner.
And we still got 25 seconds on the New Brunswick
penalty. Number 3, Asia Mitchell's going to shoot and score.
Beautiful.
Sorry, Becky.
No problem.
It'll go down as a power play goal. Asia Mitchell just grabs the ring by herself. Cuts across the top. Alberta had a line change happening. We'll see on the replay here that line change is happening. Mitchell's going to pick up the ring. She drives 1 against 3. She'll cut right across the top, pull the center with her, finds a shooting lane, and then puts it upstairs. So that makes it 2-0 Team Alberta. Center ice free pass for New Brunswick. Starts off with number 36, Mylene Leblanc.
The
referee's going to say we're going to fix the clock. We're going to do it again. So she makes Ms. Leblanc go back into the circle. Referee says, okay, now we're good. LeBlanc will start with the ring. Center ice free pass. Feeds it over to 11, Josie Richard. Here's Richard with the ring. Walks the blue line. Feeds her down deep to teammate 39, Peyton McDonald. McDonald down on her knees. Going to take a penalty here, Team Alberta is. So McDonald's going to draw a penalty there. Drops it off to 42, Mael Bork. So New Brunswick's got the 4 in the zone. They got the 4-on-3 executed here. Rings up high, 42. Bork's got it, goes down low, goes back up top to Bork. Bork's going to control the ring, down at 10 on the shot clock. Behind the back pass, down low. Quick little shot and a reset. New Brunswick with a smart reset. They're going to control the ring for another 30 seconds at least. Here's Bork across the top. Deflects off his skate, picked up there by Alberta, and that's going to be a stoppage in play and a hooking penalty on Team Alberta. So number 15, Maria Moman's going to go 2 for hooking here. On the attack for New Brunswick will be 37 St-Cyr, 26 Leblanc, and 25 Brine. 26 Leblanc, Mary-Eve Leblanc will start with the ring. Feeds it over to 37, pardon me, St-Cyr. St-Cyr's got the ring. He's coming out from the wide side, all the way out to the quiet ice, slides it right through the middle. That'll be picked off there by number 8, Blackwell. Here's Tasha Blackwell for Alberta. Coming out with speed. She's going to backhand that out. Pass goes back into the defensive zone to Callie Morissette. Here's Morissette, 22. 22 is going to feed that out. Blackwell will pick it up on the sideboards. Blackwell goes back to Morissette. Morissette dangles, gets tied up there. New Brunswick's going to take a penalty here. Morissette gets tied up. She'll throw it over to New Brunswick. There comes the whistle. Actually didn't see the call. It was a body call? All right. Todd says confirmed body call on number 25.
Still a minute Brine. 20 on Alberta's penalty, so we'll be playing 4-on-4.
There'll be lots of ice out here, 4-on-4. So body call on Abigail Brine. 10:32 left in the second quarter. Once again, 13-minute quarters here. So Maddie Rice starts with the ring. Here's Rice, number 2. Trying to stay out of the camera's viewpoint. JD's got the ring, thank you. I think they're going to call, there's going to be another penalty. This is where penalties are a problem. I can see the dropped shoulders by the New Brunswick player. It's going to be number 37, Cassie St-Cyr, goes for a cross check. Penalties are a problem when you got 2. So New Brunswick will have 2 players down defending. Alberta will have 3 players on the attack. Alberta likely sets up a triangle. New Brunswick will likely set up a 2-person defense. This is where penalties are an issue. So it's going to be a long 3-on-2. Oh my gosh, nearly a full 2-minute 3-on-2. Falconer up top to Rushfeld. Rushfeld down low to Falconer. Quick shot off the mask. We'll get a fresh 30 on there. Falconer shoots again and scores. Danny Falconer doing it all herself. That was only 12 seconds off the penalty. So Falconer, the right-handed shot from the post there. You see on the
That will
replay
clear
here that
one of the penalties.
Falconer took the shot, and then the ring came out, and Rushall ran right back down to Falconer, and Falconer just ripped it top shelf over the shoulder. All right, so that makes it 3-0 for Team Alberta. One of the penalties cleared, as Becky astutely points out. Astutely, that's a good word. Try to use that word more every day. Astutely. Here's number 9 for New Brunswick, Audrey Leblanc with the ring. Drops it back to her teammate number 10, Robichaud. Robichaud's got the ring. It's coming out on the wide side. Robichaud's going to loop around. Being watched carefully by Sterchi on defense. Ring comes out to number 9, Leblanc. 6 on the shot clock. Ring's going to bounce around there. Picked up by Morissette. Morissette's got the ring. Goes out to number 10, Jenna Adams. Still got 4-on-4 action here. Here's Rushfeld with the ring. Rushfeld puts that long reach up, protects the ring well. Rushfeld on the attack here. Again, 4-on-4 just for another 19 seconds. Rushfeld dangles across the top. Got that long reach. Cuts through. Shoots. What a blocker save by Morin. Rushfeld had that far side, and Morin got that blocker there. Going to call a violation on Alberta. It'll be a goalie ring. Goaltender Morin's got 5 seconds to make a play. Quickly drops the ring at the side of the net. Here's number 9, LeBlanc, Audrey LeBlanc. Audrey's got the ring under pressure, feeds it out to the neutral zone. Going to bounce off Alberta. That's going to be cleaned up by Jen Adams. Jen Adams is going to feed that back to the defense. That's Brooke Munro, number 11. Munro's going to size up the offense. Feeds it out. Nice cut there by Adams. Adams is going to feed it in to Kester. Kester with the fancy Mohawk skating to pick up the pass. Now Kester's got the ring out in the quiet ice here. Kester takes the shot, gets knocked down. There'll be another penalty on New Brunswick. So Alberta's got control of the ring. There's still 17 seconds left on the first New Brunswick penalty. So Kester's just going to wait for a fourth player to come in. Kester's going to drop it back, goes right to New Brunswick. There's a theory of thought, Becky, that maybe we want to give that ring away so that they touch the ring, and then we have like a 18-second 3-on-2.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what Kyla was thinking, was ring between the legs right to New Brunswick.
Yeah.
We'll go that way. All right, tripping call.
We'll call it that way.
On New Brunswick.
There's still 9 seconds.
So Alberta gets a 9-second 3-on-2. We got Bigoraj, the lefty. Asia is out down low. She's a lefty as well. And Kester up top. Got our 3-on-2 set up. Quick shot by Kester. Went up way up over the net. Number 7, Bigoraj. She's going to drop it off to Kester. And then the one penalty's over, so it's back to 3 in the zone for New Brunswick. Kester tries to go between the center and the D. Dish down low, nobody home. Bigoraj's going to pick it up. Bigoraj blows. Oh, she actually lost his skate blade. I can see Ella's skate blade on the ice there. She won't be able to stand up. Hard to skate on plastic. That ice surface is slippery when you've got plastic. Oh, look at New Brunswick helping her out. That's what we love about the game, right?
Amazing. And a lot of these girls know each other from various Ring at Canada events. So
we got a joint Alberta-New Brunswick tow to get Ella Bigoraj back home.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I saw that skate blade pop out, and as soon as you see that, you're like, yep, she's going to need a tow. So big thanks to, she gives a little fist bump to New Brunswick player number 36. Big thank you to Mylene LeBlanc for the tow home. I can see Mylene's got a smile on her face. She knows. It's a sport that we love to play, and it's for fun, right? So good on Mylene LeBlanc to help Ella get back home. All right, we've got 8:06 left in the second quarter. Currently 3-0 for Team Alberta over Team New Brunswick. Quick shot there by Waples. Good save. Rebound picked up behind the net by 20, Jocelyn Galbraith. Here's Falconer. Falconer's going to shoot it. Bullet just missed that post. You heard that thunk off the end boards. Here's Galbraith between the center and the D. Good backhand. Good save by Morin. New Brunswick's triangle a little loose here. We're darting through the center and the D here. Here's Waples. Waples goes between the center and the D. Just missed the backhand shot here. Up high to Falconer. Falconer driving against the center and the D. Shot block. That's a good shot block. And here's Falconer with the rebound. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Maddie Rice with the backhand and scores. Becky, you kind of feel that coming.
Yeah, there was some heavy pressure there.
Yeah, Alberta was swooping in and out of that triangle and finding lanes, and Maddie Rice picks up the ring.
And that should clear the last of the penalties for New Brunswick.
So Maddie's going to get the ring here. She's just going to She's just going to drive in. She goes to her backhand and finds a gap through the 5-hole. Hits the back of the net, so that makes it 4-0 for Team AB. 7:26 left in the second quarter. Maddie Rice smelled blood on that shift, and she snuck one home. All right, number 13, Sophie Leblanc starts with the center ice free pass. That's 40. Lexi Richard with the ring. Lexi's going to feed that into her teammate, 37, St-Cyr. St-Cyr's got the ring. Here's Cassie coming out. She's coming out wide side, flips her feet into Crosby style, loops around. St-Cyr's going to drive across, gets pushed out by Rice. And New Brunswick's down to 7 on the shot clock. Hot pass across, so they're not handled cleanly. 26 has the ring. LeBlanc gets a shot and the reset. Rebound cleaned up by Team Alberta. Here's Callie Morissette. Morissette goes wide side to Rice. Rice feeding the breakaway to Asia Mitchell. Oh, pardon me, JD Patel. That's Patel with the ring. Just missed that breakaway pass. Here's Patel, number 9. Drive between the center and the D. From her seat, feeds it into the crease. Morin's going to sweep it over to number 40. Lexi Richard. Is Richard with the ring. He's going to headman that pass out. Loose ring. Picked up by number 17. Or pardon me, there's no... What number is that? That was 17, but there's no 17. All right. Loose ring being kicked around out in the neutral zone, cleaned up by Jordan Nero. Nero over to Rice. Rice has the ring. Loops around, waiting for a reset and a line change. Here's a ring over to Kester. Kester's got the ring here on the attack. Kester in behind the net, coming out on her backhand. She's got Rushfeld up high, and there's a ring dropped off to Mitchell. Asia Mitchell dangles, gets tripped up, gets a shot away. And rebound cleaned up by New Brunswick. New Brunswick got the ring, looking to get out of the zone. There's a long pass. Nice stab there by number 5, Emily Daigle. Daigle goes in. That's off of Munro's skate, and that's right out to the neutral zone. Kester picks it up. Kester goes over to Mitchell. Mitchell goes down low. Holly Rushwell gets a shot away. Good save by Morin. Cleaned up there by number 9, Audrey LeBlanc. LeBlanc out to the neutral zone, picked up by Moman. Maria Moman. Alberta is absolutely swarming right now. Ring picked up by Mitchell here. Mitchell's got the ring. Trying to dangle between the center and the D. Goes down low. Picked up by Kester. Kester with a 360 protection move. Now Mitchell's got the ring. Mitchell's going to shoot. Goes way up over the net into the netting. The ring bounces back onto the ice surface. That'll be a goalie ring for goaltender No Morin. Nono's got the ring, sweeps it over number 10, Miriam Robichaud. Here's Robichaud with the ring. She's going to backhand it out. Goes right to number 23, Zoe LeBlanc. Zoe battling hard for the ring. That'll be picked off by Sterchi for Alberta, and Alberta back on the attack. Here's Kester, sees an opening, shoots it, and scores.
Top corner.
You can see Kyla accelerate on that play there. She saw the opening, and she just drove that net. Puts it up over the goaltender's shoulder.
5 minutes in the second.
Lots of 5s on the board. 5-0-0 on the time. 5-0 on the scoreboard. 5-0 for Team Alberta. You can see here. That's going to come back to Kester. Kester's going to recognize the center is nowhere to be found. She's going to accelerate, finds a lane, shoots, and scores. So,
Bill, I'm just checking the roster online. I don't see number 17 here either. So.
Okay. Is there 17 on? Like, anyway, I might be drunk, might be bleary-eyed.
We'll keep an eye on it.
On a Friday morning. All right, plays back underway. Morissette's got the ring in the Team Alberta zone. Here comes Morissette. Morissette feeds it out to Bigoraj. Picked out there by 23, Zoe LeBlanc. Ring gets into the zone. That's going to be off his skate. Picked up by Galbraith. Galbraith has it. Waples is going to feed Galbraith. Galbraith has got a 2-on-1 over to Bigoraj. Bigoraj is going to walk in, shoot. Good save by Morin. And the ring picked up by 24. 24? Yeah, I'm starting to see things, I think.
It was a late night.
New Brunswick 48. Audrey Richard is going to pick the ring up. She gets checked over the blue line. It's going to be a both sides violation. Of course, in ringette, the blue lines are very important. You cannot carry the ring over the blue line. It has to be a pass over the blue line. Becky, one of my favorite things about this sport is you have to pass over the blue line. It means you have to use your teammates again and again and again.
That's why my daughter switched from hockey to ringette.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things about ringette. You have to pass, and that way you involve all your teammates.
And apparently it was number 13, not 17.
Okay.
Thank you, Paul Brennan.
Okay, thank you. Number 13, Sophie LeBlanc. All right, plays underway. Offense's zone free pass for Alberta. Here's Danny Falconer. 5's got it. Goes between the center and the D. Backhand shot off the crossbar again. I think that's Danny's third iron of the game. Falconer's got pretty standard. Falconer down low to Patel. Patel with the backhand scores, but she's in the crease. The referee says, you can't do that. Get out of here. Goaltender Morin picks it up. Goaltender Morin flips it into the corner. Here's New Brunswick with the ring. Nice support pass over to 37, St-Cyr. St-Cyr's got the ring. Looking to exit the zone. Good forecheck by Patel. She's going to backhand it out. It's number 11, Josie Richard. Richard puts it in. Good read there by Brooklyn Munro. Munro's got the ring, and she'll feed it out to Danny Falconer. There's Falconer back to Munro. Munro's going to activate from the D spot. Ring's bouncing around down there, cleaned up by Rushfeld. 19 Alberta. Rushfeld's got the ring. We got a line change happening. Rushfeld drops it off to Galbraith. Here's Galbraith. Oh, pardon me, that's Jenna Adams. Adams drops it off for number 2, Maddie Rice. Maddie, backhand shot goes way wide of the net. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Alberta slides it across. That'll be a 30-second shot clock burn. 3:06 left in the second quarter. Currently 5-0 for Team Alberta. Be a goalie ring for Nono Morin. Here's Nono with the ring. Drops it in behind the net. Good half-board breakout pass by Team New Brunswick. Going to feed it out to the neutral zone there. Number 10, Miriam Robichaud gets checked into the boards here. Got a loose battle here, and that's cleaned up by number 5, Daigle. Emily Daigle's going to dump that in. Backhand roll and ring. Looks like a wagon wheel down there. Here's New Brunswick with control. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 2:42 left in the quarter. Good shot on net. Sadie Blankhorn equal to the task. Makes a good save. Here's Megan Sterchi. 18 Sterchi. Feeds it out. That's picked off by New Brunswick. Number 5, Emily Daigle. Feeds it back over to number 10, Robichaud. And the ring's bouncing around down there. Maddie Rice kicks it to herself and cleans up the ring. Here's Maddie with the ring. She's going to headman that to Sterchi. Sterchi back to Rice. Rice is going to be driving right down Main Street here. Going to rip that shot. Good save by Morin. Picks up the rebound. Morin's going to flare it up high to number 9, Leblanc. Ring comes out to the neutral zone. Cleaned up by Callie Morissette. Best in the business. Ferocious check-in here by Team Alberta right in front of us here. And Morissette's got the ring. She's going to put her down deep to Cameron Waples. Waples from St. Albert cleans up the ring. Here's Waples controlling the ring. Waples is going to drop it off to Falconer. Here's Falconer looking to drive. Takes a shot, goes way up over the net. Minute 44 left in the second quarter. 5-0 for Team Alberta right now. Here's Mitchell dangling through. Backhand up into the netting again. Oh, they're going to say it went off. No, it didn't. It went clear into the net. Asia rolls her shoulders back. She kind of rolls her head back and goes, it's the second time I put it up into the netting. One of the dads,
net, but the wrong kind.
Yeah, right. One of the dads is going to go get the ring, but the referees say, "Yeah, we got a spare in the official score box." So that'll be a defensive zone free pass. Alberta backs up into a bit of a zone here. New Brunswick's chit-chatting to see what they're going to do on the defensive zone free pass. There's a whistle. New Brunswick will start the play. Quick little pass out of the circle, and New Brunswick's breaking out of the zone. Alberta's got the zone set up here. Tough to break through that. Number 48, Audrey Richard's going to battle for the ring. It'll be turned over to Alberta. Quick down low pass to Falconer. Falconer with a quick shot. Morin makes a save. Falconer with the rebound. Minute 19 left in the second quarter. Here's Falconer, number 5, through the legs to Mitchell, Patel. Patel back to Mitchell. Here's Asia Mitchell, number 3. Good defense by New Brunswick to close up the lane. Mitchell's going to loop around. Feeds it back to Falconer. Falconer looking for the lane backhand. Good save, Morin. Morin will pick that up off the ice, and that ring will be flipped out. Here comes New Brunswick breaking out of the zone. Number
last
48,
minute of play.
Audrey Richard, last minute of play. Thank you, Becky. There's 42, Mael Bork with the ring. Bork under pressure, slides it over to 23, Zoe LeBlanc. Here's Zoe with the ring. Zoe's going to feed her down deep to number 39, Peyton McDonald. McDonald fighting for space here, takes a shot. Good blocker save by Sadie Blankhorn. The ring's bouncing around top of the crease. Good battle there. Brooklyn Munro comes up with the ring. Brooklyn's going to slam on the brakes. 26 seconds left in the quarter. The ring comes over the blue line. There's Jenna Adams from Spruce Grove. Jenna Adams finds Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie's got the ring on the sideboards here. 15 seconds left in the quarter. 5-0 for Team Alberta. Don't go anywhere. We've got some great highlights coming to you at halftime here. It's a penalty coming up here against New Brunswick. New Brunswick will gain control. The referee's going to call a hook on that. So 5.5 seconds left in the second quarter. It's going to be a hooking penalty here on Team New Brunswick. All right. Team Alberta is going to pull their goalie. So number 11, Josie Richard's going to go 2 for the hook. Alberta's going to pull their goalie, which allows an extra skater in the offensive zone. So Alberta's going to have a 5.5 second 4-on-3 because they have pulled their goaltender. Pretty safe move with only 5 seconds left in the quarter. There's a whistle. Down low, back up high to Rushfeld. Rushfeld couldn't handle the pass. New Brunswick's got the ring. They got stick check, but that'll be it. All right, so we do thank you for watching the first half here. Becky, anything you want to say?
Yeah, a couple quick comments if I could. There's Sophie LeBlanc, 509, saying all of NB is watching and rooting. Let's go, girls. Amazing commentating. Great job. Lots of shout-outs to your commentating, Bill.
Wait a sec here. Sophie LeBlanc's watching. She's playing. That's number 13.
There may be more than one Sophie LeBlanc in New Brunswick.
All right, fair enough.
I have a feeling.
All right, keep going.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a Paul Brennan. These players can surefire missiles. Would not want to be a goalie against them.
Well, that goalie, Nono Morin, she played very well.
I wonder the shot counts. Like, she is shutting things down.
She was under fire. She played very well.
And another shout out from S. Marin saying wonderful sportsmanship. Yeah, there's been some good examples of that.
Completely
so
agree.
Far today.
All right, Todd's going to run some replays here, so stay tuned. Watch some action from yesterday. Fast game that here. We'll catch you on the other side here. We'll clear the ice, and we'll see you in about 15. Thank you for watching. And welcome back. We're going to do some action here between Team Alberta and Team New Brunswick. The ice has been cleaned and flooded. Still got a minute and a half left on the intermission here. A couple of quick thank yous. I want to say thanks to Sask Milk for supporting the Challenge Cup. Every team has access to a refueling station during games. Chocolate milk helps athletes recover and recharge. It's a perfect post-game energy boost. So a big thank you to Sask Milk for keeping our athletes fueled. Also, Winwell, a trusted Canadian brand in ice sports equipment. Athena Composite Stick has become the top choice in ringette. Every Challenge Cup athlete received a customized Athena stick. Sticks were tailored to each athlete's preferred length and flex, so that was very nice of Athena. An incredible investment in athlete development, so thank you, Winwell, for helping make the Challenge Cup a memorial experience. And of course, we have to say thank you to Ringette Canada for making the Challenge Cup possible. Ringette Canada has strong leaders in high-performance ringette across Canada, creating opportunities for athletes, coaches, and officials, while setting a high standard for excellence in our sport. Thank you for your vision, leadership, and commitment to the future of ringette. Volunteers make the Challenge Cup possible. Hundreds and hundreds of volunteer hours have gone into running this event, so thank you to everyone who's donated their time. Special thank you to everybody in ringette in Regina here. The Regina Ringette Association has logged a lot of hours, so thanks to everybody who has donated their time and efforts to make this Challenge Cup possible. 3 Challenge Cups leading up to the Canada Winter Games. We've got this one happening in August in Regina. We've got St. Albert happening in October, and then we're going to Quebec City in November. So 3 Challenge Cups. I can tell you that New Brunswick came in with a roster of 21 athletes, so New Brunswick is still in a bit of a trial period. They still got some trials going on. Team Alberta has chosen their team, so Team Alberta is set in stone, as stone as you can get it in August, but I do know that a couple of teams have come to Regina with larger rosters that are going to use this tournament as a opportunity to finish off their rosters. So Team New Brunswick, one of those teams, brought in 21 athletes, so they've got a bit of a trial period still going on.
I believe that's the case, but give us a shout out if you got any info to share. I'm monitoring the comments, so yeah, show your colors, cheer on these athletes. It's a lot of fun.
I want to say hi to Coach Carey watching at home in Calgary. Always miss seeing your smiling face. Coach Carey, a influential ringette coach in Calgary, so, and she owes me a couple of dollars for saying that. Miss seeing you, Coach Carey. Yeah, like Becky said, if you're watching along, say hello. We'd love to do a shout out. It's fun to watch the comments and see who's watching. All right, we are going to start the action here. We've got 13 minutes on the clock. Third quarter ready to get started. It is 5-0 for Team Alberta. New Brunswick's going to start with the ring. They had the wrong players on the ice already, so they're going to do a quick little line change here. Looks like number 13, Sophie Leblanc, will start with the ring. Visiting team starts with the ring in the odd number quarters. There's our whistle. We're underway. Here's LeBlanc with the ring. Feeds it over to D, partner Richard. Lexi Richard with the ring. Richard's going to bounce that into the zone. Picked up there by 37, St-Cyr. Cassie St-Cyr carrying the ring here. Drops it off. New Brunswick on the attack here. New Brunswick cycling around. That's 25. Abigail Brine, she drops it off here. Number 40 gets a shot away, Richard. And the ring ends up in the crease. Swept in behind the net to Sterchi. And here's Megan Sterchi, number 18. Sterchi hits the blue line, feeds it out to Mitchell. Mitchell with the ring is going to feed that wide side over to Bigoraj. Bigoraj picks up the ring, has a look at the net, slides it across the top, picked off neatly by 37 St-Cyr. St-Cyr is under heavy pressure. That'll be turned over. The ring picked up by Waples. We're going to call a bottom third on Team Alberta. You cannot put your hand on the bottom third of the stick. It's a bottom third violation. That's a goalie ring. Quick goalie ring by Morin. No Morin. And New Brunswick under heavy pressure here. Forecheck by Team Alberta, ferocious. Here's Falconer with the ring. Falconer comes up with a loose ring, steps right out in front of the net. She's going to shoot it, rips it up over the net. Ring ends up in the crease. Morin's going to pick it up. Morin drops it into the corner here. That's number 13, Sophie Leblanc. Leblanc with the ring. Bounces out to the neutral zone looking for McDonald. McDonald tied up there by Blackwell. And the ring turned over to Falconer. Falconer is going to backhand it over to Morissette. Morissette slides it into Galbraith. Number 20, Galbraith. Feeds it a ring, bounces up, and then Falconer is looking to lock and load. There's a shot, just misses the net. Matty Rice has the ring. Here's Rice, number 2. Rice circling around, drags it, protects the ring, puts it up top to Falconer. Falconer dangles, goes back over to Rice. Down to 7 on the shot clock here. Rice going to take that easy shot. Morin makes a save. They're going to call a violation. Becky, I didn't see a violation on New Brunswick.
I think the ring is just stuck under the net. So
okay.
I'm just going to whistle it down.
There's a bit of a gap between the net and the ice there, and I think the ring got stuck under it. I did earlier. I remember Kyla Kester was digging the ring out. The ring had kind of got stuck. So anyhow, the referee is going to give the ring back to Team Alberta.
There's 6 seconds remaining on the New Brunswick penalties. We'll watch for that to close.
Very good. Here's Jen Adams with the ring. There's a whistle. Looks towards the net, fakes a shot, slides it over to Hallie Rushfeld. Rushfeld slides it across the top to Patel. JD Patel is going in behind the net, coming out on her forehand here. She'll drop it off to Jenna Adams. Jenna loops around, heads back into the safety of the ring head zone. Behind the back pass, nice pass to Patel with a nice shot, but Patel's in the crease. That'll be a goalie ring. Got to stay out of the crease. No Morin's going to flip it into the corner here. There's the ring's going to squirt out. Going to be picked off there by JD Patel. Somebody's lost a net guard on the ice. I can see a net guard out there. I'm not sure who lost a net guard, but there's number 48 for New Brunswick, Audrey Richard. Audrey coming out, jumps middle. Skating up the middle of the ice, circles around. Being watched carefully by Bigoraj for Alberta. Richard's going to put it out to number 5. There's Daigle. Daigle puts it out to the neutral zone to number 10, Robichaud. Robichaud with the ring, feeds it into 5, Daigle. Daigle with the ring. New Brunswick on the attack here. Here comes Daigle. That's going to be a 30-second shot clock burn. It's going to be a goalie ring for Sadie Blankhorn. Sadie is going to drop it into the corner to Brooklyn Munro. Here's Munro, number 11, with the ring. Good forecheck here by New Brunswick. Pushes Munro back behind the net. Munro slides it out all the way out to the far blue line. It'll be a 2-line pass. Bigoraj blows the tire, slides into the board. Safe at second base. There's a ring, bounces out to the neutral zone. Picked up there by Munro. Brooklyn Munro is going to feed that into Mitchell. Here's Mitchell with the ring. Mitchell slides it over to Kyla Kester. Kester surveys the scene, slows it down on the quiet ice, loops around. She's got Waples out on the attack with her as well. Mitchell drops it through the legs, but Kester went for a line change. That'll be picked up smartly by New Brunswick. They're out to the neutral zone. Good coverage there by Maria Moman. That'll force a turnover. Here's Waples with the ring. Waples feeds it sharply into number 15. Maria Moman had stepped into the offensive zone. Waples has the ring now, circling around. Feeds it across. Little backhand pass there. There's Danny Falconer. He's going to walk in and shoot. But we're in the crease again. Another crease violation. That'll be goalie ring for Nono Morin. Here's Morin with the goalie ring. Close man on pressure by Alberta. And here comes New Brunswick with the breakout. Slides it up the board to number 42, Mayo Bork. Right below me here, Bork with the ring. Being watched by Blackwell. Bork's going to feed it in. That'll be picked off by Morissette. Morissette out to Waples. Waples feeds it down deep, and Alberta's back into the New Brunswick zone. That's Falconer with the ring, circling in from behind the net, coming out. Falconer drives across the top, looking for a lane. Feeds it up top to Rice. Maddie Rice has got the ring. Rice is going to drag the ring, flip her hips. Oh, tries to go down low, smartly intercepted by number 26, Marie-Eve Leblanc. New Brunswick's got the ring in their defensive zone. That's Richard, Lexi Richard with the ring. Slides it out to number 42, Bork. Mael Bork slides it in. Here's Bork with the ring. New Brunswick in the attacking zone. Bork coming out on the forehand here. Down to 10 on the shot clock here. Bork gets knocked down to the ice. Number 25, Brine, takes a shot. Sadie makes a save. They get the reset. Good ring control by New Brunswick here. Here's 25, Brine. Drops it back to number 9, LeBlanc. Audrey LeBlanc with the ring, coming out on her backhand here. Cutting across the top, being watched by Maddie Rice. Shooting lane closed up, down to 9 on the shot clock already. LeBlanc's going to shoot it just off the outside of the net, and then rebound cleaned up by Jordan Arrow. 4. Here comes Nero for Team Alberta. He's going to slide it out to Rushfeld. Rushfeld picks it up. Rushfeld slams on the brakes, reverses, goes back to Rice, and now Alberta's into the attacking zone. Here comes Rice driving the net, backhand, spin, shoots, scores!
A classic Matty Rice goal.
Matty Rice doing what Matty Rice does.
Gritty, hard-working.
Drives the net with speed, shifty, did a couple of 360s there. I got dizzy myself watching her skate there. Here's Matty, who's going to drive, steps around the first defender, pulls it, spins, backhand. Goalie's not quite sure, and then she slides it through the wickets and makes it 6-0 for Team Alberta. Center ice free pass from New Brunswick here. Here's 36, Leblanc. Puts it into the zone. Number 10, Miriam Robichaud's got the ring. Robichaud setting up the attack for New Brunswick. They're going to say that Audrey LeBlanc was in the crease, so that'll be a turnover, a violation, and that'll be Alberta ring. Sadie's going to drop it into the corner to Mitchell. Here's Asia Mitchell coming up the sideboards, jumps middle. He's going to loop around, looking to see how everybody is. Drops it off to the ever steady Megan Sterchi. Sterchi right back out to Mitchell in the neutral zone. Mitchell's going to try to find Sterchi. Puts it down to Kester. Kester's got the ring. Second level there. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Kester looping around. Behind the back pass. Shot from behind the goal line. We got a 30-second reset there. And a rebound. Here's Kester up high with the ring. They're going to say the net's off the moorings here, so the referee's going to step in, try to fix the netting here. Having a little trouble with that netting in the peg, Becky.
Interesting comment here, Bill. Learning some lingo. So S. Marin says, does anyone else say spear the ring instead of stab? That's what us Montreal Anglophones say.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get to that. I like that. Hang on a sec. All right, Waples are going to take a shot, drills it into the defender, and that's picked up by 39, McDonald. Here's Peyton McDonald, headman pass. McDonald's looking to get the replay back to her. McDonald's going to drive in, slides it across to 20. I couldn't see the number. Good defense by Alberta, slid it across to the Weasel spot, and now New Brunswick cycles on the attack here. Pass across the top, that'll be picked up by Bork. Mael Bork's got the ring. Bork between the legs to 39. McDonald takes a shot. And they're going to reset and the rebound. So New Brunswick controlling the ring here. Some heavy lifting there by number 20, Bourgeois, Ashley Bourgeois. Here's Bork with the ring, protecting the ring. He's going to take a shot. Sadie makes a save. Rebound! Oh, that was good defense by Morissette. New Brunswick player would have had the empty net to shoot out, but Morissette tied up the stick. Here's Blackwell with the ring. Blackwell's going to jump middle. She's going to feed it out to Falconer. Falconer tips it to herself. Smart play by Danny. Danny feeds it into Waples. And now Waples on the attacker. Back to Danny. Just slides past everybody into the corner here. Number 52, Dorian. Olivia Dorian battling for the ring. Here's Maddie Rice. Maddie Rice gets a fresh reset. 30 on the clock. Maddie protects the ring while we got a line change happening here. Maddie's going to drive in. Goes down low. Falconer couldn't get the one-timer away. Now she's going to step out, shoot. Dorian makes a save. Morin makes a save. And the ring's out to New Brunswick, out to the neutral zone. Here's 25, Brine. Brine gets the return pass over the blue line. Number 37's going to walk in. St-Cyr got a really good scoring chance, but she got in too tight into the crease, and it'll be a crease violation. That's a goalie ring for Alberta. Blankhorn's going to flare that out off the skate of the New Brunswick player. And the ring's out to the neutral zone. Good pickup by Patel. She's checked immediately. Hangs onto the ring, goes backwards to Munro. Munro over to her D partner, Nero. Nero back out to Patel. Patel's got wheels here in the neutral zone. Feeds it in. Not handled cleanly by Rushfeld. Nice little dangle there by Abigail Brine for New Brunswick, and New Brunswick's out to the neutral zone here. Good check in here by Rice. Who's going to call it a move it or lose it violation on Alberta. That'll be New Brunswick ring. So to go back to that stab and spear, I've never been a fan of the stab. It just sounds weirdly violent. And yeah.
Spear.
But ring. I don't know. We've just never used spear, right?
Yeah,
like
different lingo in different parts of the country.
For sure. Yeah. I actually like spear better than stab, but maybe I'll try to say spear for the rest of the game.
Give it a try.
Let's see if I can challenge myself. Oh, Becky, that was good. I like that. It made me laugh. All right, Richard dumps her down deep, a little bit too deep. And the ring ends up, I didn't see, did that bounce up in the netting or something?
I missed it.
I'm too busy laughing at your joke. That was good. Oh, the ring did go out. So
it went out.
The ring must have ended up, is he tall enough? Oh, he did. Okay.
There's
fans in the stands managed to throw the ring back.
Getting everybody involved in the game.
Yeah.
It's only 4 minutes left in the quarter. This one's flying by.
Holy moly. All right, so we'll set the stage here. Third quarter, 4:02 left in the third quarter, 6-0 for Team Alberta. Alberta gets a ring with a center ice free pass here on the turnover by New Brunswick. Sterchi starts to the ring, feeds it over to deep partner Moman. Moman is going to put her down deep. Nice spear there by number 6, Kyla Kester.
Nice.
All right, I'm working on it. Kester with the ring. Kester slides it over to number 10, Jenna Adams. Jenna tries to drop it, neatly picked off there by Leblanc. Leblanc on the attack here. Leblanc puts it out to the neutral zone. Good pickup by Daigle. Daigle's going to feed her down to Robichaud. Robichaud's down in the corner. Here's Robichaud starting the attack. Pass gets deflected out. Picked up by Jenna Adams out to the neutral zone. Alberta's going to dump it down. Picked up there by Jenna Adams. She is flying out there. Jersey flapping in the air. Jenna Adams going to slam on the brakes, wait for a line change. Picked up there by Jocelyn Galbraith. Here's Galbraith cutting across. Wanted that back pass. It closed up on her, so she's going to loop around. There's a pass across to Waples. Waples with a shot blocked by the defender. And their defender, number 48, Richard, battling hard to try to get through there. Picked up by Waples. Waples will step out, shoot, and score.
What a snipe on that top corner.
I thought Audrey Richard from New Brunswick was going to come up with that ring, but Waples on the good forecheck steals it away. Finds a lane to the net, walks out, shoots, and scores. Here's the battle. I thought Richard was going to get there, but Waples ends up besting her to the ring, spears that ring, sees lots of daylight there, steps out, dangles around the center, and then just finds room. So make it a goal for number 21, Cameron Waples from St. Albert, and it's 7-0 for Alberta. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's New Brunswick, number 39, McDonald driving in. Peyton McDonald coming out on her backhand here, setting up the attack here. She's going to drop it off to 20, Ashley Bourgeois. Bourgeois takes the shot and scores. New Brunswick gets it right back there. That's a nice drive by Ashley Bourgeois. Starts in the quiet ice, drives the dot, and the defense backed in on her a little bit. And that is going to be a snipe up over the shoulder. See if the replay here. Yeah, we got it. There we go. There's a nice pass back. And she's just going to walk in. The defense backs up on her and snipe right upstairs. So New Brunswick gets her right back. New Brunswick's on the board. 2:41 left in the third quarter. 7-1 for Alberta right now. Here's a free pass from Munro. Munro's going to feed it softly in. Picked up by Kester. Kester all the way across to Rushfeld. Rushfeld's going to loop around on the quiet ice. Rushfeld with speed, dangles, drops it to Kester. Kester backhands that. Nice play out to Jenna Adams. Jenna got a little backhand there. Good save by Morin. Alberta battling hard against New Brunswick here. Here's number 11, Josie Richard with the ring. Richard slams on the brakes. Richard's just going to lift that all the way over number 52, Olivia Dorian. Dorian back to Richard. Richard out to the neutral zone here. Free pass for New Brunswick through the neutral zone. Right back to 11, Richard. Here's Josie driving in. Feeds it out front, just slipped by number 42, Bork. It'll be picked up in the neutral zone. And here we go, we got Mitchell driving in, shoots and scores. It's a really quick transition there. The ring just squirted out to the neutral zone. We'll see if we get it on the replay here, but Kester picked it up and Mitchell was streaking and Kester hit her. So right here, there, Kester picks it up right on the blue line, makes a long pass to Mitchell. Mitchell sneaks in, picks it up, walks in on a bit of a breakaway here. Backhand, forehand, shoot, score. Alberta gets that back.
At 1:48 in the third. Third quarter is flying by.
Yeah, this quarter is really flying by. 8-1 for Team Alberta right now. All right, center ice free pass for New Brunswick. Here's number 40, Richard with the ring. Richard puts it over to 13, LeBlanc. LeBlanc feeds it back into Richard. Lexi Richard survives the check. She's in the offensive zone. Lexi coming out from behind the net, flips her feet, surveys the scene, looking to see the attack here. Lexi Richard tries to slide it in. Good footwork by Jocelyn Galbraith. Galbraith is checked right away, but she recovers the ring. Here's Galbraith out to the neutral zone, picked up smartly by Falconer. Falconer back to Moman. Moman back out to Falconer. Falconer being watched carefully by Lexi Richard. Here's Falconer with the ring, feeds it into Galbraith a little bit behind her there, so number 37 picks it up, St-Cyr. Ring's being battled. The referee almost blew the whistle, but the referee said, yeah, let him play, let him play. Here's Cassie St-Cyr battling hard. Now the referee's going to say, all right, I've seen enough. It'll be a move it or lose it violation on Team New Brunswick. It'll be Alberta ring. Todd's trying hard to get the angle into the corner here. Not easy to get into the corners here. How are we doing, Baxter?
Yeah. Good. There's a good comment, but I'll wait till we have a good chunk of time here.
All right. It's going to be an ozone free pass for Team Alberta. Here's Rice with the ring. Rice looks over, feeds it over to Bigoraj. Bigoraj spears that ring right back to Rice. Rice hot shot across. Nobody can pick that up, so number 25, Brine, will pick it up for New Brunswick. Immediately swarmed by Alberta players. And then Rice comes up with the ring. Here's Maddie. Maddie's going in behind the net. New Brunswick's taking a penalty here, so Blankhorn skates hard to the bench. Alberta's going to look to get 4 in the zone here. Okay, Alberta's put the 4th player out, so it's a 4-on-3 for Alberta down low. Here's Patel with the ring. Up high to Bigoraj. Bigoraj across the top to Rice. Rice tries to go through. Bigoraj's going to pick it up. 15 on the shot clock here. Lots of time. Bigoraj, backhand pass over to Rice. Rice is going to shoot it and score. That'll be a well-executed 4-on-3 on the delayed penalty call. The ring comes out to Maddie Rice. Maddie Rice has room to step in. Takes 2 strides and drains it. You can see here we're moving the ring around here. Alberta moving the ring around. Bigoraj's got the ring on the replay. Backhand feed over to Rice. Rice up high. Takes 1, 2, 3 strides. Shoots and scores.
With 13 seconds left on the quarter.
Oh, that's it. 13.2. So that makes it 8-1 for Team Alberta. It'll be a centerized free pass here for New Brunswick. Number 52, Olivia Dorian, getting ready, waiting for the whistle. There's the whistle, and she'll step in and take the ring. Dorian feeds it over to D, partner 36, Mylene Leblanc. Leblanc feeds her down the middle there. It'll be picked up by Alberta. 3 seconds left on the clock. Kester's just going to rip that all the way down, goes wide of the net, and there's the buzzer. All right, Becky, what do you got?
There's a good comment here from Paul Brennan saying, shout out to our 4 players from Spruce Grove. Jenna Adams, obviously playing on Team Alberta here. But they also have 3 players attending La Relève. So that's an interesting point, is that the event here is also happening at the same time as Ringette Canada's La Relève event. So it's a great atmosphere here. There's lots of Ringette, lots of amazing players, and getting an opportunity to watch some of this Challenge Cup as all the teams prepare for the Canada Winter Games. Some good inspiration.
Certainly lots of ringette here at the Cooperative Center in Regina. It's got all 9 provinces represented playing ringette, and you've got La Relève, as Becky talked about, which is a U17 development camp for Team Canada. So I want to do a thank you to the Regina Hotel Association for supporting the 2026 Regina Challenge Cup. They are a proud sponsor of the event, helping secure accommodations for athletes, coaches, officials, families, and Ringette Canada staff. The Regina Hotel Association played a key role in making the Challenge Cup a success, and specifically the Ramada Plaza Hotel. If you can believe, all the teams are staying at the Ramada. So special thanks to Ramada Plaza Regina, the Challenge Cup Athletes Village. They're helping to build friendships, team spirit, and lasting memories off the ice. So they went above and beyond to make all the athletes feel welcome. So big shout out to the Ramada Plaza Regina for hosting all the athletes and teams from across this great country for this wonderful tournament this weekend. Got a final 13 on the clock here. It is 8-1 for Team Alberta. I think Nono Morin has played a really strong game here. She's had a lot of shots here. Sadie Blankhorn been equal to the task. Sorry, Becky.
Yeah, they've both made some amazing saves. Noemi's done a lot of work, seen a lot of shots, and incredible play by her.
Home team, Team Alberta, starts with the ring on the final quarter here. Jordan Nero up there shaking her shoulders, listening to a little bit of fun music here. Here's a free pass. Nero to Munro. Munro surveys the scene, goes back to Nero. Nero slides it right down the middle to Rushwell. Rushwell's got a lane, shoots. Good shot block there by 52. Dorian made a really good shot block there, ended up in the crease. No harm, no foul. Here's Kyla Kester with the ring. Kester, 9 seconds on the shot clock. She'll rip it. Morin makes a save, and Nono drops it into the corner. New Brunswick content to fire it into the opposite corner. Picked off there by Rushfeld. Rushfeld across the top to Kester. Good spear. Kester goes up top to Jen Adams. It's picked up by Munro. Munro's going to activate from the D position, maintain control. 19 seconds on the shot clock here. Brooklyn Munro just stands at attention, waiting for the line change to happen. Here's Jocelyn Galbraith. Galbraith 20's got 10 on the shot clock. Galbraith slides it across. Good pick off there by Leblanc. And Audrey Leblanc feeds it out to the neutral zone. Picked up there by Megan Sterchi, 18. She's under heavy pressure. Kicks it back to D partner Moman. Moman quickly out to Galbraith. Galbraith has Falconer wide open, and Falconer missed the spear. Ring ends up in the crease. Falconer gets absolutely tackled. Holy. All right. Falconer was screaming for the ring. Missed the spear, and that it's going to be a goalie ring for New Brunswick. Here's number 40, Lexi Richard. Puts it across to her D partner here. Ring comes out, and it's picked up by 39, Peyton McDonald. McDonald feeds it in to Bourgeois. Bourgeois on the attack here with McDonald behind her. She's got Bork up high, Mayo Bork up high. There's the pass across, nicely picked up. There's a shot, misses the net. Bork's going to pick it up in the corner, down to 3 on the shot clock. And Bork won't be able to get a shot away. That's going to be a 30-second shot clock burn. That'll be a goalie ring for Blankhorn. Blankhorn drops it in behind the net to Sterchi. Sterchi comes long pass out to Falconer. Falconer picks it up, returns it back to Rice. Alberta's gone from goalie to goalie in about 3.2 seconds here. Hot pass out front. New Brunswick's got lots of players out there, but the ring's back into the offensive zone for Team Alberta. And Rice will pick it up, feeds it over to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to pick up that ring. Mitchell's on the sideboards here, gets cross-checked to the ice. Referees are letting them play. And now Mitchell's going to circle around. She's got Patel and Bigoraj out there with her as well. 3 Alberta 09 players on the attacker. Patel back out to Mitchell. Mitchell swings it back to Patel. Patel's going to shoot it up over the net. Into the netting. Stays in the rink, so that'll be pushed back to the goaltender. Be goalie ring for no-no. She's just quickly slides it over to 13, Sophie Leblanc. Leblanc gives it away. That's Mitchell with the ring. Mitchell behind the net, coming on her forehand, puts it up high. Good spear by Bigoraj. Bigoraj loves to shoot. Puts a backhand pass. Mitchell misses the pass. She'll go get it on the sideboards here. Mitchell hands it off, goes for a line change. Here's Bigoraj. Bigoraj with the dangle. Ring ends up in the crease, and Morin's just going to push it to number 13, Leblanc. Here's Sophie Leblanc under pressure here. Turns it over. JD Patel picks it up. Slides it into Waples. Waples scored the last goal here. Or did she? I can't even remember now.
I think Maddie. Maddie?
Was it Maddie?
Asia.
Oh, Asia?
It was Asia.
Oh, Asia on the break.
Maddie got credit for it.
Okay. All right, here's Waples coming out from behind the net. Waples goes down low to Rushfeld. Rushfeld protects the ring with that long stick. She plays with a 7'6" stick. Quick shot. Morin makes a save. Picks up the rebound. Morin drops it into the corner. The player's going to shoot it around here. Number 26, LeBlanc has the ring. Picked off there by Munro. Munro is going to drive into the action here. Nice skating edges there by Munro to protect the ring. End up in the quiet space. Hand it off to Kester. Kester drops it off to Galbraith. Galbraith right back out to Kester. Kester dangles on her backhand here. Tries to slide it in. Blocked neatly there by 23, Zoe LeBlanc. Kester ends up with the ring behind the net here. Alberta got a reset on that, so fresh 30 on the shot clock. Got a line change happening there, so Kester's going to hand it off. Here's Galbraith. Jocelyn Galbraith from behind the net coming out. Got checked off neatly there. The ring bouncing around. Picked up by Falconer. Falconer settles it down, goes in behind the net. The attack ongoing here. 8:30 left in the fourth quarter. 8-1 for Team Alberta right now. There's a low pass. Try to go back to Falconer. Picked off there by LeBlanc. Audrey LeBlanc puts it out to the neutral zone. Here's Emily Daigle. Gets knocked down. Steps back up again. Puts her down deep. And that's number 10, Miriam Robichaud. Robichaud's got the ring. Robichaud on the backhand. Feeds it to Daigle. Daigle stepping in. Looking for a shooting lane. Shoots it up over the net. LeBlanc got the rebound behind the net. The ring comes all the way out to the area between the ring line and the blue line. They're going to call a boarding penalty on Team Alberta. Oh, New Brunswick got it. All right. Good call, Becky. I just kind of assumed, but you know how you spell assume, right? All right, so
It's a PG show.
that penalty goes against New Brunswick. So the ring goes all the way down to the attack zone for Team Alberta, and Mitchell starts the attack. Mitchell slides it over to Rice. Rice goes across the top out to Falconer. Falconer looking for the lane, wasn't there. Slides it back to Rice. Robichaud took the penalty for boarding, so that's a penalty in behind the Alberta net there. So Alberta cycling here. There's Rice with a shot. Good save by Morin. Rebound ends up back into the crease. Morin will pick it up. She's going to flare that up high to the sideboards. And there's Josie Richard, puts it out to the neutral zone. Picked up neatly there by Leblanc. Well, we're going to have a breakaway chance for Danny Falconer. Danny's going to walk in. Good blocker saved by Morin. Danny was kind of hanging back. Quick turnover, and she got the ring and had a breakaway. Being checked hard there. Danny went down awkwardly. Like a bit of a split stretch there. Rice has got the ring in behind the net. Rice is going to just stand up straight, looks at the clock. No, she's got lots of time. We got a line change happening. Now Maddie's going to rip this shot. Morin makes a save. I feel like Morin and Rice have become close friends this game.
Yes, they've interacted a lot.
The giveaway out to the neutral zone to Mitchell. That'll be picked up there by Blackwell. Blackwell feeds it into Bigoraj. Bigoraj 1 against 2 here. Got a line change happening, so Bigoraj is going to loop around. Bigoraj is going to drop it off to Patel.
40 seconds left on the penalty.
Thank you. Ring bounce off a skate into the crease. And then Rushville tried to get a shot on net, but that goes up into the netting. That's like the 4th ring to go into the netting in that end. That'll be a defensive zone free pass. Oh, this will be a challenge. Oh, they're just going to, look at that. Work smarter, not harder. The fan was going to try to flip it up through the netting and the glass, and she's like, you know what? There's a gap here in the glass. I'm just going to slide it through the gap. I like that. Work smarter, not harder. Defensive zone free pass for New Brunswick. Alberta slides back into their zone defense. New Brunswick with a quick little pass. Here comes New Brunswick looking to exit the zone. Number 13, Sophie Leblanc drops it off to number 10, Miriam Robichaud. Robichaud is carrying the ring. Oh, pardon me, that's 40, Lexi Richard. Here's number 5, Emily Daigle driving in. Feeds it across, and they shoot and score.
Nice rush up the ice.
It's a really nice rush. Daigle made the nice pass. I didn't catch who she passed to. I think that was number 20, Ashley Bourgeois. It's a nice pass by Daigle over to Bourgeois. New Brunswick scores. You can see here, Daigle's going to get the pass on the weak side. Got a 2-on-1 shaping up here. There's Daigle with the ring, slides it across to Bourgeois. Bourgeois picks it up, and slides it home. So make it 9-2 for Team Alberta. We've got 6:12 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Mitchell with the ring on the attack. Dangles through everybody. Lost the handle at the last minute. It's going to be a crease violation on Alberta, so that'll be goalie ring. Morin picks up the ring, quickly flares it into the corner. It'll be stolen away by number 10, Jenna Adams. It's Adams across the top to Kesta. Jenna Adams with the ring, stolen away by New Brunswick. Ring's being batted around down there. Contested ring here, out to the neutral zone. And there's Jordan Nero. Nero picks it up, slams on the break. 5:38 left. Here's Jenna Adams, sees a lane. She's going to drop that off. Nice little give down low to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to get that shot away. Number 13, LeBlanc, battling hard for it. Can't pick it up. That's going to be an Alberta ring. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Megan Sterchi is going to pick it up, head into the offensive zone, control the ring, maintain pressure. Here's Sterchi looping around. She'll drop it off to number 20, Galbraith. Galbraith cuts across the top. Goes down low through the feet of Waples. Waples will pick it up. Waples cutting across the top, going to shoot it, deflects, good save, rebound right at the top of the crease. Waples picks it up, got a fresh 30 on the shot clock. 5 minutes left in the game here. It's 9-2 for Team Alberta. There's a drop pass to Galbraith, shoots and scores. That is a rocket of a shot.
That was.
Waples back to Galbraith. Galbraith has a lane and says, let me see what I can do here. Alberta's got the muted celebration going on. That's all right. So the pass comes across the top. Galbraith is going to get the drop pass right there. She's got a good lane and then absolutely rips her wrist shot. Center ice free pass here for New Brunswick. That's 48, Audrey Richard. Kicks it over to number 23, LeBlanc. Zoe LeBlanc dumps it in behind the net there, looking for number 25, Abigail Brine. Brine versus Sterchi. Brine wins the battle. Brine in behind the net. New Brunswick's going to pull their goalie, practicing a few things here, so they're going to put 4 in the zone. There's 4.5 minutes left. The score is 9-2 for team. Actually, I think it's 10-2 now. They're doing the 7-goal differential. That's fair. New Brunswick practicing their 4 in the zone, so there's a... they're going to call 4 in the zone. The goaltender's on the bench, but the door is not closed. I heard the referee saying the goaltender was not 100% in the bench. The goalie has to be in the bench with the door closed to have 4 in the zone. So the referee smartly notices that the door was open. You cannot have the goalie standing in an open doorway. So that's going to be a violation on New Brunswick. That'll be a turnover to Team Alberta. And New Brunswick going with a heavy man on here. Blackwell steps in to take the ring. Blackwell feeds it up to Morissette.
I don't think the clock was going.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're in practice mode here. We will we'll redo it. So New Brunswick.
All the refs that are here this weekend are also selected for Canada Winter Games.
Some of the top officials in the country here. It's amazing.
Practicing.
Yeah. All right, there's a whistle. Alberta's going to step in. There's Blackwell. Blackwell feeds it over to Morissette. Morissette slides it into Mitchell. That's a little better executed, Becky. Going to be a tripping call on Maddie Rice. Yeah, we're in practice mode here. We're practicing some of our plays. Man on, 4 in, goalie out. Maddie Rice practicing her tripping penalty. Yeah, she did perfectly. Took a tripping penalty. All right, so New Brunswick's going to pull their goalie and close the bench door. So New Brunswick's got 4 in the zone here. 4:04 left in the game. It's 10-2 right now for Alberta. And New Brunswick's working on their 4-on-3. Up high to LeBlanc. LeBlanc down low to 23. LeBlanc. LeBlanc up to LeBlanc. I'm not even making this up. Over to 5, Daigle. Daigle goes down low to 10. Robichaud. Robichaud out to LeBlanc. LeBlanc up high to Audrey. Audrey across the top to Daigle. Daigle behind the back. There's a shot. Good save by Blankhorn. Robichaud got the shot away. Robichaud gets a fresh 30. Back up top to Daigle. Daigle cutting across the top here. Dangling in. Good dangle. Picked off by Alberta. Good stick there by Munro. Munro feeds it across to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to spear that ring, settle it down. New Brunswick is swarming here with a heavy man on. It's good though. I like it.
Yeah,
Bigoraj's got the ring. Bigoraj goes back to Munro. Munro has trouble with the spear. She gets pushed down. That'll be a penalty against Audrey LeBlanc. New Brunswick picks up the ring, and that's going to be a technical. All right. So Audrey LeBlanc a little too aggressive, knocked her down. When you push from behind, especially when you push in the numbers, that's going to be a technical penalty. Technical means it's a 4-minute penalty. So Audrey LeBlanc will be out for the rest of the game. That's a full serve penalty, called a 4-minute body contact penalty. 3:05 left in the game, 10-2 for Alberta. Audrey LeBlanc will sit for the remainder of the game. Full serve penalty here. Alberta on the attack here. Jen Adams slides it over to Megan Sterchi. Sterchi with some offensive time here. Her mom looks at me with a big smile on her face. Dropped off to Sterchi. Here's Sterchi with the ring. Megan. She's going to loop around. Goes down low. Hard pass. Right spot though. Rushveld looks at the shot clock. Says, I got a little bit of time. She's going to walk in. Shoots. Nice pickup there by Jen Adams. Shoots it. Morin makes a save, and then the rebound picked up by Adams. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Here's Rushveld. Rushveld up high. Drops it off. Here's Jenna Adams. Adams drops it off to Sterchi. Sterchi cutting across the top, looking for the lane. Closed up on her. Sterchi going in behind the net, controlling the ring. We had a line change happening for Alberta. Ring ends up in the crease, and Morin's just content to give it to her defender. Here comes New Brunswick breaking out of the zone. Soft little pass out there to Mael Bork. That'll be picked up by 39, Peyton McDonald. They're going to call both sides violation on Olivia Dorian. Touched it outside the ring end line, or pardon me, the blue line. Got pushed over the blue line. Touch it again, that's a both sides violation. 2:05 left in the fourth quarter in the game. 10-2 for Alberta. 1 second left on Matty Rice's tripping penalty. We still got 4 and 4 for 1 more second. And then now Alberta's to a 5-4 skating advantage. Kyla Kester tries that backhand high shot, missed the net. And she'll pick up her own rebound. Here's Kester, number 6 for Alberta. Kester looping around, drops it off for Waples. Waples slides her down low. Good pick off there by number 11, Josie Richard. Richard's got the ring. Richard dances the blue line, trying to find her friend. Puts it back to her D partner here. 52, Dorian puts it out to the neutral zone, picked up by Kester. Kester back to Morissette. Here's Morissette, feeds it over the blue line. Kester ends up with the ring, driving one-on-one, takes a shot. Dorian makes a save. No says, no, you do. And New Brunswick's got the ring. Here's 11, Josie Richard with the ring again. Josie in behind the net, looking for some help. She's under heavy pressure. Half-board breakout pass. Picked out by Alberta. Here's Tasha Blackwell. Blackwell feeds it over to Kester. Kester behind the back out to Rice. Rice just slows it down. 58 seconds left in the game. 10-2 for Team Alberta. Rice backhand pass out to Waples. Waples unloads it up over the net. Rice will go get it. 10 on the shot clock. Rice driving, takes a shot. Good save by Dorian. Oh, a stick up in the mask there, but no call there. All right, battling for the ring. Here's Danny Falconer. Falconer, I feel like I haven't seen Danny for a while. She went down awkwardly, but good to see her back out stretching things out. Danny looking for that forehand shot. 30 seconds left in the game. And Alberta controlling the ring in the offensive zone. Danny goes up high, drives in, dangles through, gets stick checked neatly away by the defender. And that's going to be a push off to Rice. Rice is going to shoot it, goes way up over the net. 25. Abigail Brine's got the ring. Brine puts it back to the defender. 36, Mylene Leblanc. Leblanc puts it out, stolen away by Alberta. 3 seconds left on the clock. And you'll hear the buzzer right there. So that will be game. Final score make it 10-2 for Team Alberta over Team New Brunswick. Both teams have one more game today. Alberta is going to play Ontario this afternoon. And New Brunswick, do you know who New Brunswick's playing?
We'll look that up right now.
Big thanks to Todd for working the camera. Well done. It's quite the app here. Apparently that's Dan's app as well, right? So
New Brunswick has Team Saskatchewan this afternoon at 2:45.
there you go. So New Brunswick will play Saskatchewan. Alberta will play Ontario.
A lot of really nice comments for your commentary, Bill. Nice work.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I appreciate that. Keep fluffing my pillows.
Yeah, people appreciating the explanation of the rules. And yeah, great coverage.
Well, I did my best. I'm standing here holding the clipboard with the team roster right in front of me here. So New Brunswick fans, I did my best to try to get the names right.
And a shout out to the camera work too. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, Todd did fantastic. All right, so my name is Bill. I got Becky standing beside me here. Todd working the camera. Thanks a lot. Thanks to Regina for hosting us. We're having a good time out here in Regina. Ringette's been fast, exciting, and fun. So we look forward to seeing you on the next game. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We'll see you soon.